Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be taking a look at a racing cockpit. This is the PlaySeat Trophy Logitech G edition, which is compatible with direct drive wheelbases. It boasts a frameless but extremely stable seating structure, which sim racers can be comfortable in and feel the true force feedback throughout their entire body. So I'll be showing what's involved in setting up this racing cockpit, show the adjustability you have on there, and I'll be testing it out with a Logitech G Pro wheel and Pro pedals to show how stable it is and highlight any pros and cons to give you an idea if it's worth buying or not. But before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release, and drop me a comment letting me know what you think of this sim cockpit. The racing cockpit comes well packaged in one large box. Everything was well protected, but strangely enough the pedal plate had a little scratch on it. Laying out all the items you get in the packaging, the frame consists of 12 components to assemble. There's a bag containing fixtures to put the frame together, and another bag containing screws to mount your wheelbase and pedals. It comes with a set of white gloves for assembly. You don't have to use this, but I'll play along to give the video a relaxing end feel to it. Assembly is really easy. Start with the two lower parts, connect them together with this tube, place it on one side and screw it in, then attach the other side and screw that in with a single screw initially. This will make it easy to line up the screw holes, which in turn makes it easier to put the remaining screws in. Now you can attach the rear frame, which just slots into place, and screw in 6 screws on either side. Then onto the seat, there's an arm for each side. These can be screwed into place, and there's a small piece that attaches the arm to the frame, which provides stability and adjustment on the seat and also allows you to adjust the seating position. Now take the U-shaped piece, which slots into 2 arms at the back, and it locks into position. Next, attach the pedal tray, which is kept in place with 2 screws on either side and knobs to make adjustments. Then onto the wheelbase mount, which just slots into position and attached via 2 screws on either side. And finally attaching the seat. Open it up and detach the Velcro straps, then slip it over the back of the frame and attach the small bits of Velcro on each side, and then attach the larger Velcro strap at the back on each side. And that's it, you're done. Timing wise, it shouldn't take you more than an hour to build. It took me slightly longer as I was recording, as I was going along. Aesthetically, the racing cockpit looks really nice with small details like the Logitech G logo and Logitech on the seat and around the frame with PlaySeat. The turn knobs on the slider are blue and the colour of the frame is light grey with a tubular structure made of metal. The seat design is nice and wide, almost like a bucket seat, and is made from breathable PlaySeat ActiFit material, which allows you to race for long periods without getting too hot. It's all pretty light, weighing just 16 kilos, allowing you to easily move it around the room, but it can support a maximum of 122 kilos. It occupies an area of 58 centimeters wide and 138 centimeters long. So quite a small amount of space if you compare it to a high-end rig. The recommended driver's length is from a minimum of 120 centimeters to a maximum of 220 centimeters. You have 4 adjustment points. The first one is the leg adjustment for the length. Just loosen the 2 screws on either side and gently wiggle the frame to extend it. And you'll be able to see markings on there indicating small, medium and large. There's about 4 inches when you fully extend it. Second adjustment is for the pedals, and this is the easiest one as there's knobs on either side, allowing you to quickly loosen to make your adjustments and then tighten to keep it in place. Third point is for adjusting the wheelbase. Only the angle can be adjusted, but not the height here. And the fourth is for adjusting the backrest. Just remove the Velcro straps on either side and the screw to make your adjustments and reattach both. It's quite easy to make the adjustments, but I wouldn't say it's quick to do. So for example, if you wanted to make adjustments for someone of a different height and build to have a quick go, it would feel like a hassle. And if you're limited for space, it's not possible to fold it away for storage. Now let's get the Logitech Pro wheel and Pro pedals attached. The packaging for the cockpit comes with a set of screws for attaching the wheelbase and pedals, and the holes for the mounting positions are marked underneath the plates in white, so you don't have to think about which holes you should be using for the Pro wheel and Pro pedals. You even get Velcro straps to help with cable management. And there we have it. It's all set up now with the wheel and pedals and looks absolutely awesome. I've got the wheel connected to my PlayStation 5 and my TV is the LG OLED C1 55 inch, which is mounted on the freestanding frame from Track Racer. So let's test this out. The seat does feel pretty comfortable when racing, and it doesn't get too hot when you're racing for long periods. The pedals feel solid and don't seem to have much flex when pressing down hard on the brake pedal. There's minimal movement, but with the thickness of the pedal plate mount, you wouldn't really want to mount the pedals individually, as the base plate gives that extra rigidity. The wheel feels stable with minimum flex from the frame, and the cockpit does feel solid when racing. There isn't any side-to-side flex as it feels really rigid, but overall the cockpit is really comfortable to drive in, the seating position is good, and the viewing height isn't bad. But worth noting, with the True Force feedback on, you can actually feel the effects coming through the frame. And if you're wondering what True Force is, it works with the dynamics of the car to give a more realistic racing experience. In terms of accessories, there's an optional shifter and handbrake plate if you wanted to mount it on your cockpit. So in summary, the PlaySeat Trophy has a good design and aesthetically looks really nice with some cool details around the frame and seat. Positives wise, it's easy to put together and has a number of different adjustments, which gives you flexibility of getting the cockpit just right for your height and position. The seat feels comfortable and doesn't get too hot when racing for long hours. The frame is strong and sturdy, giving very little flex when driving, and feels very rigid even from side to side. Negatives wise, there isn't any adjustment on the seat to slide it forward or backwards, and the adjustments on the frame can be fiddly, especially if you're sharing a cockpit with friends or family. Making adjustments to their individual heights can take some time. The one thing I didn't like was the fact that you couldn't adjust height of the wheel plate, as I found it a little bit too high. And price wise, it's not the cheapest option to go for, coming in at just under $600. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with the PlaySeat Trophy Logitech G Edition, and with the Logitech G Pro wheelbase and Pro pedals, this is definitely a great addition and gives an awesome and immersive racing experience. So there you have it, you come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details for all the items I've shown today are in the description below, including purchasing links. And for those of you who've got to the end of my video, please leave a comment with PlaySeat, as it's nice to see who's got to the end of my video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and Twitter, and if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.